Hey everyone, hello. I hope you can hear me. How many of you are present? Let me see. I am just waiting for your response. Just type a hi or talk to me if you can hear me. मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up, all of you, all those who are present. I cannot see any chat in the chat box. If you can just type a yes or a no, I can see all of you present. All right. I think you will warm up in the due course of time. I will also try to warm up in the due course of time. Hello, everyone. My name is Pradip Sen Gupta. You can call me Pradip Sir. And welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, India's premier online test prep platform. So as you can see, we are going to be talking about some English questions, particularly grammar questions, specifically pronoun questions. And we will cover exams like IPMAT, CUET, NPAT, BBA, and other exams. Hey Amit, how are you? Good evening. How are you doing? I hope I'm loud and clear and you people can hear me all right, isn't it? So all those who were present in my last class, and we had fun, we had real fun talking about pronouns, the basics of pronouns, and the fundamental concepts of pronouns. I know I understand that grammar and pronoun and all those stuff, be it parts of speech, noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, they are very, very boring, isn't it? What do you think? They are boring? It's good to solve unseen passage. It's good to do vocabulary questions, fill in the blanks questions. But जब grammar की बात आती है हम सो जाते हैं. We go off to sleep, isn't it? That happens. We sleep. Yes. But you know what? Grammar is score enhancer. If you can get around 5 to 6 questions right in the spotting error segment, your score goes through the roof and you are eligible to score a decent percentile in all these exams that we are going to cover for you. So at BYJU'S Exam Prep, you need not worry whether you are preparing for BBA, whether you are preparing for Nasimunji, NPAT or CUET or IPMAT. We are going to take care of you. All right. So in the first installment of pronouns, we discussed some basic nitty-gritties. And today I will be talking about some questions. Aaj questions kare? Maza aayega, right? And we will be talking about some practice questions based on pronoun. So the questions are not going to be pretty straightforward. We are going to mix it up, right? We will have some fill in the blanks questions, choose the correct pronoun questions, some sentence completion question, so that you can have a comprehensive view and understanding of how the questions are going to look like. And let me tell you what, the questions are going to be easy, a little bit tricky, but not at all difficult. Difficult tab banega when we don't know the concepts. So in order to get these questions, as you know the back of your palm, you need to know the concepts. So pronoun concepts have already been covered in my previous video. You can go back and check it out. And today we will be taking up some questions on pronouns. All right. Okay. So what is the agenda? The agenda is we will take up basic concept questions to start with, and then we will talk about the concepts, the understanding of the concepts with a few error-based questions. And then subsequently in this class, we will take up a few sentence improvement questions so that you can have a better understanding of how the pronoun questions are going to look like. So we are going to have fun. So without any ado, let us start the session today. Are you all excited as I am? Can we get going? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, I am back. There was a small technical glitch. So here you have the first exercise coming up for all of you. I hope I am audible and you people can hear me. Yes? And this is what we are going to be doing. Choose the appropriate pronouns from those given in the brackets to complete the sentence. Okay, so हम एक game खेलेंगे. The pronouns will be right there in front of you and you have to choose the right pronoun. Are we on? So let me take you through the next slide very quickly. So here is the question in front of you. Read the question carefully and then see how many of us can answer this question. बहुत आसान question है. बहुत जल्दीबाजी नहीं करेंगे. We will take our time to answer this question. Of dash who or whom are you speaking, Arjun or dash I or me? What is your choice? What will you choose? Of dash are you speaking, Arjun or dash? बहुत ही आसान question है. There is nothing to worry about, right? आपका जो answer है आपके सामने रखा हुआ है. So just pick it up. Amit has keyed in whom, wonderful, whom and me, all right. Simmer is also saying whom and me, all right. And let us see what is the answer. The answer is whom, the answer is me. Absolutely right. And what is the funda? Funda kya hai? The funda is this preposition of. Of is a preposition, isn't it? And after preposition, we need whom. Why? Because whom is the objective form of the pronoun. Whom is the objective form, isn't it? So, अगर तुम्हारे सामने verb है, अगर तुम्हारे सामने prepositions हैं, so इस तरफ objective form आ जाएगा, yes or no? और इस तरफ subjective form आ जाएगा. Subjective form अगर है तो who, and if it is objective form, it is who. Okay, and the objective form is always the predicate. And that is why if you have chosen whom and we need the predicate is me. Me is also the objective form of the pronoun. Yes or no? Are you people with me? And what is I? I is the subjective form of the pronoun. So the left hand side of verb and preposition is always who and I, and the right hand side of the verb and preposition will be objective case, means whom and me. Hence these are your options, right? Easy piece of cake, isn't it? So challenge number 1 done and dusted. Can we move on to the next challenge? Are you all going to accept the next challenge? Easy hai? Let's play a different game. What is the question? Let us look at the question. Okay, it is getting interesting over here. Dhire, 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 we will go from level 1 to level 10. All right? और इसी तरीके से सीखते हुए चलेंगे. All right? So stay with me and we are going to have fun. Don't you realize, this is question number 2, guys. Don't you realize that Mr. Shah is richer than you and dash? Well, tough or tricky? There are two ways, two words, tough and tricky. Amit says I, Simmer also says I. That's wonderful. Devraj has given me. Thank you, Devraj. Thank you, Amit. Thank you, Simmer. And the others, please quickly call your friends so that they can also have fun with us over here. All right. Okay. So how do you ask this question? Tumne kya pucha? Don't you realize that Mr. Shah is richer than you and dash? Now, what if I don't use a pronoun over here, right? Let's take a situation, right? Mr. Shah is richer than Amit, somebody's name. Mr. Shah is richer than Sheetal, somebody's name. Mr. Shah is richer than Raju. Mr. Shah is richer than Daniel. What is the logic? The logic is we are using nouns. So, Amit, Sheetal, Raj and Daniel. Amit is he, Sheetal is she, Raj is he, Daniel is he. So, in this case, we need I. Alright, I. Mr. Shah is richer than you and I. Although I understand it is a very strong temptation to go with me. Okay, but me would be wrong over here. And please remember this funda. Whenever you have words like then, words like as, right? The very next pronoun after then, the very next pronoun after as should be the subjective case. Subjective case means subject, I, you, he, she, I, you, he, she. So how do you remember? Then plus I, you, he, she, as plus I, you, he, she. As simple as that. Okay? Subjective case. Yes, Simmer, absolutely right. And that is why we need I over here. Isn't it? Understood? QED. What is QED? This is Pradip Sir's formula. Quite easily done. Alright? बड़ी आसानी से हो गया. Question number 2. Easy? एक और question ले ले. Are you all ready? One more question. Ready for it? Okay. For dash, are you looking? For dash, are you looking? For dash, are you looking? Who or whom? For dash, are you looking? The answer. Amit is the first one to go up with whom. Thank you, Amit. Thank you very much. Sahil also says whom. All right. Devraj also says whom. Okay. So is it going to be the same concept that we learned in the previous slide? Or do you have something else in mind? Come on, tell me. I'm looking at the chat box. Do you have something else in mind, all of you? Or is this the same concept that we just discussed in the previous couple of slides? We have for. What is for? For is a preposition. Right? And anything after for, if you are looking for a pronoun after for, then should it be a subjective case or an objective case? Please tell me. You know the answer. That same concept. Amit says same concept. Absolutely right. So after for, after preposition, we need the objective case, and we do have an objective case over here, which is whom. Hence, this should be our answer. So quite easily done. Again, so we will not use who. It's whom, right? You might have heard of this novel, For Whom the Bells Toll by Ernest Hemingway. Lovely novel, right? You must read it once. So the name of the book is also For Whom the Bells Toll. So it's whom. All right? Okay. Lovely answer, all of you. Let's look at this one. Let's look at this one. Dash 3, who all? Rohan, Abdul, and who have been elected to the Students' Council. This is also a very easy question. Yes? Okay. What should be the answer? Dash 3, Rohan, Abdul, and Dash have been elected to the Students' Council. We, me. All right. Us. Okay. If you look at this particular explanation, this is the subject part and this is the predicate part. Does it ring a bell? Does it give you any signal? Whatever we have over here should be the subject of the sentence, and whatever we have over here should be the predicate or the objective case. This should be the subjective case. So as long as we are in the subject, right, what should be the criteria? We three, do we say us three have been selected, or do we say we three have been selected? And if we are going with E, should you not go with I for the second blank? We three, Rohan, Abdul, and I, have been elected to the Students' Council. Always remember, guys. Sahil, you are absolutely right. Devraj, this time we, आपका बिल्कुल सही है, but me is a bit out of place over here. I'm so sorry, because we have the verb beginning from here. This is the predicate. Or predicate se pehle, before predicate, you need the subjective. Isn't it? You need the subjective case, and that is why it should be we and I. I hope the funda is clear to you, right? So whatever exams you write, whether it is BBA or IPMAT or CUET, they are not going to make the questions tough. Believe you me, the questions are not going to be tough, but they are going to be highly tricky. So the trick can only be understood when we have the concepts absolutely crystal clear in our minds. I hope the first 4 questions were easy enough and you did really enjoy these questions. Now, can we move on to the next category now? The first level we have successfully cleared. Now, let's move to the next level. Are we all set with our guns blazing? Yes? Let's start the game and let's go to the next level. Over here, we will be talking about spotting errors. Okay, so fill in the blanks is over, and now we will be talking about the spotting error problems. Okay, इसमें भी मजा आने वाला है, देखते हैं. Okay, how does the question look like? The question looks like this, right? You have a question. This is the 5th question. The first 4 we have already done. It says, the interviewer asked the candidate to what district he came from. So this sentence has been divided into several parts. As you can see, A, B, C, and D. Yes. Now you have to tell me which part has an error. The interviewer asked the candidates, this is part A, to what district, this is part B, he came from, this is part C. And if you think the sentence has no error, you might as well can choose no error, that is D. So take your time and give me the right answer. The interviewer asked the candidate to what district he came from. Amit has gone up with B. Thank you, Amit. Sahil has also gone up with B. Thank you, Sahil. And the others? What do you think? All right. Now, what is the question? Let us see. The question is the interviewer asked the candidates. Interviewer ने candidate से पूछा कि भाई तुम कौन से district से आते हो? Okay? तुम कौन से district से आते हो? You see, the technique is the preposition from is already given to you. So, if from is here, don't you think this expression becomes a bit bland? This becomes a cliche. This is not necessary. To what district he came from? Two prepositions working at tandem does not make any sense. So this entire expression is wrong over here. So B is the right choice. The answer is B. The answer should have been which district he came from. Okay, the correct version is which district he came from. The interviewer asked the candidates which district he came from. So this one was not the right structure, right? You people got this one absolutely fantastically. Okay, so fifth one is also done. Okay, I have a great tough student today in the class. Great group. Ready for the next challenge? Okay. The master did not know who of the servants broke the glass. Same concept. It's either A, B, C, or D. What would you choose and why? The master did not know who of the servants broke the glass. Amit has gone with D. Thank you, Amit. Devraj says B. Thank you, Devraj. All right. Anybody else would like to try? Anybody else would like to give it a shot? Anyone? Okay. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है ना, सर्वेंट्स क्लास तोड़ देते हैं और मास्टर को पता नहीं लगता कि इतने सारे सर्वेंट्स हैं, उनको पता ही नहीं लगता किसने क्लास तोड़ा. Isn't it? So he is angry और वो जानना चाहते हैं किसने तोड़ा, right? Who broke it? Okay. But I am using the word servants over here. Now servant can be both male and female. Do you agree with me? Servant can be both male and female as long as I don't make it specific maid servant. When I say servant, it can be both male and female. So what is the gender? What is the gender? A common gender. Isn't it? It's a common gender. So I am using who, which is inappropriate for a common gender. Right? Who is inappropriate for a common gender? In place of who, it should have been which. Okay? Because we're talking about servant. Still, person is there, but it more so, we are actually referring to a common gender. So the master did not know which of the servants broke the glass. This is far better than who over here. That is why your answer option should be B, and this is your final answer. I think Devraj got it right, Sahil got it right. Okay, Amit, I think this is the concept I believe you've understood. This should have been the concept over here. All right. So sixth is B again. Which of the servants is the right answer? Okay. All the best. Excellent performance. Let's look at one more. We are doing questions on pronouns. Okay. Look at the seventh one. Now, if you do a quick comparative analysis, the previous questions were pretty short in size, in length. But this question is a bit longer. It's a longish sentence. Okay. So, क्या होगा धीरे-धीरे? They may increase the length, but the concepts are going to be the same. We can do nothing about it. So, moment we know the concepts right, irrespective of the length, we are going to get the questions right without any questions asked. Okay. The ruling party stood for implementation of the bill, okay, and was ready to stake their political existence. Take your time, read the question very carefully, and then try to answer. So Amit, you think it is D, no error there? आप क्या सोचते हैं? No error है? Thank you, Amit. Devraj has gone with D. No error. Sahil has gone with C. All right. Okay. For many of us, this question might look a bit tricky. Okay. Now, I want your attention because in the entire sentence, you just have one pronoun, which is there. Now, please ask yourself a question, right? This pronoun, what does it connect to? What does it connect to? Does it connect to the bill? The answer is no. Does it connect to the ruling party? The answer is yes. And what is ruling party? Remember, the word is party. It is singular. Okay. And it's a neuter gender. Right? It is singular. It's a neuter gender. You're talking about a party over here, which is singular. Now tell me, for anything which is singular, can we use there? Okay, yes or no, before we choose the right answer? I think you know the answer. We cannot use a plural pronoun for anything which is singular as party. So there is a clear mismatch between the subject and the pronoun. The pronoun does not agree with the antecedent. Yes. And the subject, it being a neuter gender, what should we use? The right pronoun should have been its. Yes or no? The ruling party stood for implementation of the bill and was ready to stake its political existence. Does that make sense? That is why C had a problem, my friends. C had a problem. All right. The correct pronoun should have been its and not theirs. So these, sentences are there to flummox you, to trouble you. And we should be in a position not to get confused by these fixtures. All right. So the answer should have been C, its. And that is your answer option. I hope you are enjoying the session. And if you are enjoying the session at all, don't forget to like the session, press the like button and subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends also. All right. I hope you're enjoying the session today. Don't forget to press the like button, guys. Can we move on to the next question? ये क्वेश्चन समझ में आया? इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन था ना, राइट? एक और क्वेश्चन देखते हैं जो कि और ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला। ऑलराइट, देखो। Yes, Sahil, you're absolutely right. We use its. Correct, Sahil. This is the boy whom I think had won the gold medal in the dance competition. Where do you think is the problem? This is the boy whom I think had won the gold medal in the dance competition. Amit has gone up with whom? So Amit thinks that B has a problem, Amit? That's what you think? All right. If you look at the sentence very carefully, I'm talking about this boy had won the gold medal. That was the question. The boy had won the gold medal. Fine, Amit. Okay, understood. So if I say the boy had won the gold medal, now what is the pronoun that can best replace the boy? Should it be who? Should it be whom? Well, I think you know the answer. This is the boy who had won the gold medal, not whom had won the gold medal. And that is why you need who over here. Whom would be wrong. Hence, B has a problem. The answer is B because we need who and not whom. Whom is objective and you need the subjective case over here. Okay, so that was question number 8 for you, my dear friends. I hope you have followed it. Okay, now moving on to the next question. This question has a new concept altogether. First of all, you read the question, try and figure out the right option, and then we will talk about the concept. The number of vehicles plying on this road is more than on the main road. Read the question very carefully. Amit has gone with C. Sahil has also gone with C. Thank you, Sahil. Thank you, Amit. And guess what? The answer is C. The answer is C. Devraj, the answer is C. Okay. Why is the answer C? Let us see. In the first part of the sentence, हम किसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं? Are we talking about the vehicles or are we talking about the numbers? We know that we are talking about the numbers. Yes, the number of vehicles plying on this road, plying means commuting on this road, running on this road, is more than on the main road. Now, if you look at this comparison, in part A, you're talking about the number of vehicles. In part C, you are saying more than on the main road. More than what? More than what? So don't you think you're also talking about the number of vehicles? What is being compared? You are comparing the number of vehicles on this road with the number of vehicles on the main road. This should have been the comparison. But the number of vehicles is missing over here. So the substitute for the number of vehicles should be a pronoun like those or that. These are the pronouns which can refer to the number of vehicles used in the first part of the sentence. And since we are talking about number which is singular, hence that should have been used. So the number of vehicles plying on this road is more than that on the main road. So that is missing in part C, hence C has a problem. All right. Okay. Amit and Sahil, you have said the R होना चाहिए. Yes, that is your argument, Amit and Sahil. Okay. Now look at this. The number of BBA aspirants is or are increasing every year. You tell me, should it be is or should it be are? What are we talking about? We are talking about numbers and not BB aspirants. Numbers is singular, hence the verb used must also be singular, which is and not are. I hope it is clear to you, right? It is the main subject of the sentence that we should be specifically focused on. Okay, it is the number which was important, not the aspirants. It can be number of X, it can be anything. Number of X, number of Y, number of Z. So what should we be concerned about? We should be concerned about the main subject. All right. So number was the word that we were looking at. I hope it is clear. Right. Question number 9. We were looking for a pronoun that over here. Next question. Tushar is taller than me. In fact, a similar concept we did practice in the first 4 fill in the blanks questions that we were taking up earlier in the session today. Tushar is taller than me. What is the answer? Tushar is taller than me. Okay. Amit has marked D. Thank you, Amit. Anyone with A, B, or C? Anyone? What did we discuss in the previous questions? Whenever you have than, whenever you have as, what do we need? The subjective case or the objective case? अब इसका आंसर या तो अमित जी मुझे देंगे या देवराज जी देंगे या फिर तुषार देंगे, साहिल देंगे. Yes, Amit and Devraj. Right? Should it be the subjective case or should it be the objective case? After then, after as. You remember the concept? After then, after as. गलती होगी होने दो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. हम क्लास में जितनी गलती करेंगे उतना सही है, ठीक है, लेकिन मेन एग्जाम में बिल्कुल भी हम गलती नहीं करेंगे. Whenever you have that coming in the picture, right? Please don't use me. It should be I. Because the exact feeling is this. Tushar is taller than I am. For example, Tushar is taller than Raj. What are we doing? We are using a name. So the temptation to use me is very strong, isn't it? But we should not be using me over here. Why? Just because of the presence of than over here. Always remember, than or as plus subjective mood, subjective case, not the objective case. That is why we should use I over here. Hence, C has a problem. Have you understood? Right? Then as plus the subjective case, right? Keep this in mind, all of you. All right? No, Amit, not objective but subjective there. All right? Got it? Next question very quickly. Okay. This question talks about a very important concept which most of us kind of overlook. Okay? Mahatma Gandhi taught us that one should respect the religions of others as much as his own. All right. Mahatma Gandhi taught us that one should respect the religions of others as much as his own. Any problem with this sentence? What do you think? We live in a country which is very tolerant towards all the religions, and we have coexisted peacefully for thousands and thousands of years. And Mahatma Gandhi preached exactly the same thing, isn't it? All right. Tell me one thing, is it confusing or is it easy? Type C for confusing, type E for easy. Type D N for don't know. ये भी एक option है, don't know. Okay. Anyone? Mahatma Gandhi taught us that one should respect the religions of others as much as his own. देखो, we are using one, an indefinite pronoun. Okay, Amit has keyed in, don't know. इस सेंटेंस में हमने दो प्रोनाउंस यूज किए, एक तो इंडेफिनिट प्रोनाउन ये रहा, वन, और एक ये रहा, his. Right? There is a rule that tells us that whenever we are dealing with indefinite pronouns, और जब आपके सामने ये प्रोनाउन आ जाए, one, okay, always remember one is always followed by one. All right? One is always followed by one. क्या बोला मैंने आपको? One is always followed by one. Therefore, अगर one है, so his नहीं, O-N-E-S. That one should respect the religions of others as much as one's own. Quite easily done. QED. Right? One should respect the religions of others as much as one's own, not his own. Although the temptation to use his is huge, it's strong. But the presence of one guarantees the use of one's only, nothing else. Hence, D had a problem. Your answer should have been D. Easy? Question 11 समझ में आया? Can we move on to the next question? Yes? Okay. Now, we will do a quick a couple of questions on choose the incorrect option. All right. Now, what happens in these questions, guys? You are given a sentence, and A, B, C, and D are parts of this one whole sentence. All right. You have to tell me which part has a problem. For example, let's look at the 12th one. After she met the principal and complained about the teacher, she felt relaxed because she could finally teach him a lesson. She could finally teach him a lesson. A says, after she met the principal, this part. B says, and complained about the teacher, this part. She felt relaxed because, this part. She could finally teach him a lesson. You have to pick that part that gives you an error. Okay, let us do the 12th one together. After she met the principal and complained about the teacher, she felt relaxed because she could finally teach him a lesson. Now hang on. Teach him a lesson. Teach whom a lesson? The principal or the teacher? Right? So this pronoun does not have a correct referent. Right? There is something called the pronoun antecedent error, which means when the pronoun does not agree with its correct antecedent. I'll give you an example, right? After putting the disk in the cabinet, she sold it. After putting the disk in the cabinet, she sold it. You will say, okay, because you have thought that she might have sold the disk after the disk was put in the cabinet. But the sentence is not saying any such thing, right? This it can refer to the disk. This it can also refer to the cabinet. You may give me an argument, but sir, how can anyone sell an empty cabinet? You have a point. But still coming back to the question, this it does not have a clear antecedent. I could have said, she sold the disk after putting it in the cabinet. Now you see, when you restructure the sentence, right, the pronoun correctly agrees with the disk, right? Whereas in this particular question, there was a clear mismatch. We were unable to find out whether it agreed with the disk or the cabinet. The same problem is with the question number 12. Him does not have the right antecedent, and that is why D has a problem. Okay, the use of him is confusing. Understood? So be ready and be very careful about such questions. Be very careful of such questions. All right. Question 12 understood? Let us look at the next question quickly. Rohan and Aryan love to watch movies on weekends. One would mostly find him in front of the TV. A says Rohan and Aryan love to watch. B says on weekends one would mostly find him. C says in front of the TV. And D says no error. What is your take? Doesn't this question have the same problem, the one which persisted in the previous question? On weekends, one would find him. Now the question is whom? Rohan or Aryan? Him can refer to Aryan, him can refer to Rohan. So it is again not very clear. So don't you think B has a problem? On weekends, one would mostly find him, right? So B has a problem over here. Amit, you're absolutely right. It is B. Absolutely right. B has a problem. Okay. This him pronoun is confusing. It does not have the correct referent. All right. Okay. Let's look at this question. Yes, Shreya, absolutely right. B has a problem. Correct you are. You may be living in a developed country instead of a third world country, but that does not mean your ethics are better than them. You may be living in a developed country instead of a third world country, but that does not mean your ethics are better than them. Your ethics are better than them. You may be living in a, okay, what are you comparing? Your ethics are better than. Now choose from it, choose from these two options. Your ethics are better than them or your ethics are better than theirs, right? This expression, don't you think this should have theirs is a better expression than them? Yes, that is why C has a problem. It uses them, right? Instead, we should have used theirs. Okay, the use of the possessive pronoun, right? Only then we can compare these two things correctly. Yes, theirs is the right word. Yes, Amit, absolutely right. Shreya might have also marked C over here. So ethics and theirs, C has a problem. All right. So this question was a bit tricky because it was, a longer one and it needed your special focus. So if you know the concepts, the things are going to become easier for you, isn't it? Okay. Now I have taken this question from a previous year IPMAT, right? It's a PYQ from IPMAT. The question says, choose the alternative so that the underlying part of the sentence is rendered correct. According to the question, this part may have a problem and you have to correct it by choosing a better version from among the four options that you have in front of you. All right. Amit, first of all, we have to read the question very carefully, my friend. Okay. And before that, we've got to know the concepts. कहाँ पे क्या use हो रहा है? Okay. So go back to the basics, brush up your basics, and then apply those basics onto these questions, and you will start getting them right. Okay. So 15 questions we have almost discussed 12 different concepts. Okay, in these 15 questions. So what does question number 15 tell us? Although the coastal city of Kundanpur was once home to a flourishing maritime trade. Their economy has been dependent in more recent years on the cotton, textile, and sugar industries. A talks about its economy had depended in more recent years. B also says its economy has in more recent year depended. The economy having in more recent years depended. Their economy has depended in more recent. All right. So what should you think is the answer over here? Amit has keyed in D. Thank you so much, Amit. Thank you. What about the others? Okay. चलो केबीसी खेले कौन बनेगा करोड़पति एक एक क्वेश्चन का आंसर का जवाब एक एक करो ऑलराइट ओके सिटी ऑफ कुंदनपुर is it singular or plural? City of Kundanpur, singular or plural? Answer फटाफट City of Kundanpur. The answer is singular. It is singular. अगर सिंगुलर है तो जो भी प्लूरल है उसको हटाएंगे right? We are left with A, B, and C. Now, when you say it's IT apostrophe S, it means it has or it is. I can say it has been raining. It means it's been raining. It's raining. It means it is raining. All right. But to show the possessive, we need it's without an apostrophe. So A is gone. So we are left with B and C. The economy having in more recent years depended. Now the question is, whose economy? Right? Well, the answer is the city of Kundanpur. The city of Kundanpur's economy. So between its and its, we need B. Its economy has in more recent years depended on the cotton, textile, and sugar industries. So the right answer option should have been B. All right. I hope it is clear to all of you why B should be the answer. So now we have seen that although the questions are going to be tricky, right? And they are going to make it tricky because they will talk about the specifics, they will talk about different situations. But at the end of the day, you cannot change the concepts. The concepts are going to be the same. So it is important that you brush up your, this concept like anything. Ren and Martin, please buy this book if you have not yet, if you don't have it, right? If you have it, please start referring to Ren and Martin, right? You brush up all the concepts, right? From nouns and pronouns and tenses and active passive, pronouns in particular, prepositions. And once you know the concepts, now we will focus to apply the same concepts on the questions, okay, that we have seen featuring in exams like IPMAT and CUET and BBA entrance exams. So today I just wanted to discuss a couple of questions with you on pronoun, and I hope you have enjoyed the session today. If you at all have enjoyed the session, please don't forget to like the session, comment on the session, share it with your friends, and subscribe our channel BYJU'S Exam Prep. In my next class, it will be more interesting because then I will be talking about the concepts based on prepositions. और मुझे पता है that prepositions बहुत सारे बच्चों की दुखती नब्ज है, right? I know that many of us have problems in prepositions. So we will be talking about prepositions in the upcoming classes. All right. So on that note, let me say goodbye to you. Thank you very much for being a part of today's class, and I wish you all the very best. Download the app and stay tuned with BYJU'S Exam Prep. Goodbye and see you in the next class. God bless you all. Lucent is good, Devraj, but then I think Renan Martin would be absolutely fantastic. Lucent is okay. That's a good book. Okay, but for the basic concepts, I would like you to follow Renan Martin. All right. Bye bye, all of you. See you in the next class.